And we are back for the last and final half hour of All Things Employment on OneTalkNetwork.com with your host, Aaron Boyce, and
your co-host, Robynne Rose-Haymer. And sadly, we are without our crew. We were just talking about the fact that we were sad.
I know.
There's a whole missing segment to our shtick.
There is. It feels like it's the Aaron and Robynne show.
It does feel like it's the Aaron and Robynne show. And actually, there's really nothing wrong with the Aaron and Robynne show, except for the fact when there's normally an Aaron, Robynne, and Chanel show.
Absolutely. Because you'll be the Tom to my Jerry, the Fred to my Barney.
No, you're going to be the Ethel to my Lucy.
I would happily be the Ethel to your Lucy.
There we have it.
Can I be the Shirley to your Laverne?
Absolutely. How about the Thelma to my Louise?
Okay, except the whole going over the cliff thing.
Yeah, we'll save that part for another situation.
We'll pass on that.
Absolutely.
Although Brad Pitt is divine.
He is quite amazing.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Okay.
Angelina's a lucky girl. So, we've had a little time to think about it, and Aaron is now going to, this is the big reveal, what are 7 things that we need to remember regarding our interview etiquette? Not the big ones like dressing for success and answering the questions with aplomb, but the little things that we have to do to be successful.
So number 1, smile and be friendly to the receptionist. They can help you get that job. So don't think of the receptionist as only a person who's forcing you to fill out the application that you don't want to fill out. But no, they are the person who is watching you as you fill out the application. And as you walk up there with your hand outstretched, with a nice smile, they're going to say, wow, this guy understands business. He understands, this person understands etiquette. So yes, smile, be friendly to the receptionist. She can help you get that job. Now this one you would think would be a, duh. Somebody said, well, that's common sense. Well, guess what? Things are common until they get to be common.
And common sense isn't really that common.
Absolutely. So how about this one? Please, no chewing gum. Yes, I still see people. Hi, my name is Aaron Boyce, and I want to get an application, or I want to apply for this job.
It's not cute.
Annoying, right? So, no chewing gum. That's 2, right? How about this one? Never sit down without being asked to sit down. If they don't ask you to sit, stand, and wait for them to ask you, and still if they don't, then you say, excuse me, may I sit? It's like going into somebody's home and plopping on their couch, or opening their refrigerator. You know, the mama of somebody sleeping in my bed and still there. That's the same thing. So it's called manners. So wait until they say, oh, please sit. How about this one? Oh my goodness, what's wrong with you people? It's not that difficult. Carry a pen and a notebook everywhere you go to take notes and write down questions. It's a cool and wonderful thing when someone is speaking and you're writing things down. 1, it makes you look like you care about what they're saying. They go, look at that, write stuff down that I say. Oh, that's so wonderful. But 2, you don't have to remember it. You know, you're busy, you're stressed, you're trying to get that job. Write down the things they say. And 3, you get to write down the questions. So let's say you want to ask a question, but you're waiting until that moment, and then it comes and you go, I had a question, but I forgot. So you write down the questions.
That sounds like Cletus just came back for a minute there.
You know, Cletus is very upset with you. He brought his wife Daisy. He knew that Chanel wasn't going to be able to sit, and he said he would fill in.
Nope.
Okay.
What's next?
How about Daisy?
Nope.
Okay. Next. Okay, let's see. Well, do not play with your hair, your tie, your pen. Do not fidget. Now, if you were watching this on YouTube, you would see me as I'm fidgeting with my hair, as I'm talking with you. I'm twirling my blonde curls. I'm making them into little circles. See, I'm making little circles, you know? And then I'm pulling my hair, and then what I'm doing is I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it as I see the ends for some reason. I am absolutely intrigued with the ends of my hair as I'm speaking with you.
That was a frightening visual, let me just say.
Now, at the same time, Robynne, even more frightening is, have you ever seen The Real Deal?
I have seen it up close and then personal, and it is frightening in person.
Okay, so can we not do that?
No fidgeting.
Because it looks like you're distracted when I'm talking with you. It looks like you're having more fun with your hair than with the interview.
You look a little bit like a carrier monkey looking for some sort of meal or something. Stop flicking your hair around during an interview. It's not appropriate.
Robert said a carrier monkey thing, so that's interesting. Okay, I wasn't going to put it there, but I got to say it. How many do we have? 5?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I got to say it. The phone.
Totally
Put
inappropriate.
the phone down.
No, turn the phone off. Turn it off.
And then put the phone down. Right?
Turn it off and then put it down. Because your phone is not necessary during a job interview.
It's not. It's only, what, 20-minute, 30-minute job interview? Somebody told me that whatever's going to happen in 20, 30 minutes, you can't help anyway. So, you might as well, you know. Or how about this? Letting somebody know that you're going to be at the interview and have a proxy, okay? For the next hour, I'm not going to be unavailable. Please talk to Uncle Johnny.
Right. In the event that you have some sort of emergency situation where you are a caregiver for someone who has, is non-ambulatory and so they only have you to rely on, then you should get a replacement person for yourself during that time. If you have a child that is in daycare, you can let your daycare provider know during this time to this time you will not be available by phone. But absolutely, positively, unequivocally, under no circumstances should you pull your phone out, or should your phone be making any kind of noise, including vibration, during a job interview. It's not appropriate.
Or what she said.
Yep.
Are we up to 7?
We are at the finale.
Well, because I got more. But
there are more. And
more.
all of those that we can find in Aaron's book, in Job Seeker No More. But for the highlights, number 7, Mr. Boyce.
Number 7. Ask for a business card. When you're done and you're shaking the hand, say simply, "May I have your business card?" Now, that's for several reasons. Number 1, it lets them know that you think about business. You're asking for a card, you think about business. Now, it would be nice that as you ask for their card, you're giving them yours. So you should have a card as well. But now the other thing is that you're going to send, you're going to send them a thank you letter. Now, here's the interesting thing. When you send a thank you letter, you're going to write their name, John Smith. And you can spell John Smith, can't you? JOHNSMITH. Except that's not the way he spells it. He spells it JONSMYTHE.
That's nice.
But he says it's Smith. Okay? And if he says it's Smith,
then it's Smith.
And you just spell his name wrong because, of course, you know everything.
Or you don't know anything because you forgot to ask for a business card.
And so ask for a business card. Not only does it have his contact information, it has his job title, and it has the correct spelling of his name. You can send a quality thank you letter, which should be, mind you, within 12 hours of the end of your interview. So that means that if you had your interview at 5 o'clock that evening, they should be receiving it no later than 9 o'clock the next morning.
I agree. And when you say send a thank you letter, Aaron, are we talking about send a thank you email?
I am talking about email, and I think that you and I did disagree on this, I think. Because what I know is that people are making decisions right away. When you shake your hands and you say goodbye, they are making decisions. So I say you want to get that thank you note to them as soon as possible. You can follow it up with a nice card or something through the mail, but they don't call it snail mail for nothing. So you want to make sure that you use technology to send a well-crafted, well-designed, grammatically correct letter, email, and then follow it up with something nice afterwards.
So Aaron and I will follow this conversation up with a well-crafted point-counterpoint at a later time regarding email versus, quote, snail mail for a thank you letter.
Okay.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was the conclusion of our Think About It. All 7 of those things can be located on our Facebook things at All Things Employment. You are listening to us at All Things Employment at OneTalkNetwork.com. He is Aaron Boyce. The book is Job Seeker No More, and he is going to be gracing us with a tutorial. So, ladies and gentlemen...
Well, now, hold on now. What I'm thinking is I could grace you with a tutorial, and I will, but I think that they would love to maybe hear your top 5 first, because on me all the time, it is the Aaron and Robynne show.
It is the Aaron and Robynne show, and I just thought that we were going for some consistency. I think that people just wait until the very end of the show to hear the top 5. But that's okay, because I'm ready. So if we're going to top 5 it right now, we're going to top 5 it right now.
Okay, let's top 5 it right now.
We're top 5ing it today, courtesy of the Business Insider. And we are talking about, don't write on that board, Aaron Boyce. Don't write on that board.
Chanel's not here.
I will write it later. Don't you write on that board, Aaron Boyce. I saw you had a look like you were going to reach for a pen, and let me tell you right now that we all want to be able to read later on the top 5 attributes of wealthy people.
There'll be no writing on the board.
So do not remove yourself from that seat.
I'm saying you right here.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
so.
Okay, but I will do the sound effect. And here goes. And now, I give to you Robynne's Top 5!
I refer you back to the previously discussed conversation about...
this is where you just do your top 5 now.
Yeah.
Because I gave you the trickles.
Yeah, they're terrible. Okay, so number 1. Number 1 attribute of wealthy people. They are comfortable being uncomfortable. And we don't mean in their surroundings or in their shoes. We're talking about in business situations. Big business requires risk. And sometimes you have to take a risk. So wealthy people understand that sometimes in order to make money, you have to put yourself in an uncomfortable position. So you should get comfortable with calculated risk.
Okay.
Number 2, wealthy people dream about the future. It's not just what's happening right now. They're planning, they're organizing, they're multitasking. They're making sure what's happening now feeds into what's happening later.
Okay, I would like for you to maybe clarify, though, they dream about the future. So clarify that in terms of dream.
Big thinkers. They are planning, they are organizing their next steps. They are imagining what could come next. They're not just bound by what's happening right at this moment.
Okay.
All right. That's enough clarification?
That was. Thank you.
Fabulous. So number 3, wealthy people are more confident. They are confident because they are self-assured that they have what people need. So, self-confidence, not braggadocio, not arrogance, but self-confidence is an attribute of someone who is wealthy. Because you have a thing, you have a talent, you have a product, you have a skill, you have a conversation, you have something that people want. That makes you confident. Number 4, wealthy people believe money is about freedom. It's not just about being able to buy things. It's not just about being able to jet set. It's also about being able to be philanthropic. It's about being able to go forth and help others. It's about being able to build the future. I think it was in one of your Think About It, Aaron, where we talked about money being a tool.
Absolutely.
And that's how wealthy people think about it. They are not sitting around thinking about all the ways that they're spending their money on frivolousness. They're thinking about the ways that their money can work for them.
And what I love about that is that if they do spend money on what you might consider frivolous, they're not spending all of their money. They're spending just a little bit of their money. In fact, they're giving themselves permission to be frivolous because of what they're doing to make more of it.
Absolutely. It's all things in moderation. The final attribute of wealthy people that we're listing here today, according to the Business Insider, is wealthy people carefully monitor their associations. This is a reoccurring theme here on All Things Employment. Who is your network?
Yes.
You are known by the company that you keep, and that's not just in person. That is the company you keep on social media. That is the company that you keep within your network in terms of your LinkedIn. That is the company that you keep in the break room at your job. It is very important that you carefully monitor your associations, otherwise known as your network, so that you can, too, one day be wealthy.
Now, you know that I don't know if I told this story before. If I did, let me apologize to those who are listening. But it's about when I was playing sports. And I would seek those who were better than me, people who I know could kick my butt. People I know that can wipe me up with no problems, and I would play them because I knew that to play against them would make me better. And each time that I was beaten, I watched, I learned, and I sometimes asked questions, and I got better, and I got better, and I got better. And I think, now I know, I'm confident that it works the same way in business. So when you surround yourself with people who are just like you, there's no chance of getting better. But when you surround yourself with those who are doing things and making money and being successful in the success that you want, you learn, and every day it's a great and wonderful thing. And that is what you're talking about, correct, Robynne?
That is what I am talking about. It's important to sharpen your sword. I believe that that is one of the things that Franklin Covey said in his 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. So I concur with that wholeheartedly. If you want to be better, you have to be around people who are better.
So your top 5 attributes of wealthy people. Oh, another thing, Chris Rock. And I love this for Chris Rock. And yes, I am going to do my Chris Rock voice. So Chris Rock said something like this. He said, "You want to know the difference between being rich and being wealthy? Well, let me tell you what it is." He said, "Shaquille O'Neal is rich. The guy who signs his checks is wealthy." And so when you say the top 5 attributes of wealthy people, we're not talking about Shaquille O'Neal. We're talking about the people who sign his checks. Comment on that and nothing more.
Absolutely, Aaron. We are specifically referring to the check signers, not the bad voice giver. Okay, so on that note, you'll be able to find that top 5 on our Facebook page, or you'll be able to scroll fast forward on the YouTube. I now give you...
No. I would like to read that over, except I can't because 5 is missing.
Well, why don't you start at 4, and number 1, and by the time you get to 5, I'll be there.
Comfortable, being uncomfortable, dream about the future, more confident and self-assured, believe money is about freedom. And now we wait. And wait. And wait. See, it takes time to write neatly, doesn't it?
You could have read it. You just were choosing not to because you're being cheeky.
So, number 1, comfortable with being uncomfortable. Number 2, dream about the future. Number 3, more confident and self-assured. Number 4, believe money is about freedom. And number 5, carefully monitor their network and associations, including social media.
Aaron, Let's not act like that's not legible. That's completely legible.
Okay.
You need to adjust your glasses prescription because you can see that.
I'm reading sideways, okay?
Yeah, and I'm looking at you sideways.
That was, okay, I'm about ready to say something nice to you here, okay? Chanel, what are your thoughts, okay? You want to back me up, huh?
Chanel's not here.
She's not here?
No.
That's why I'm getting all this from you, huh? See, if Chanel was here, she'd be protecting me right now.
No, if Chanel was here, she would be talking about the voices in your head right now.
Yeah, that's true. and then she'll be protecting me. Talking about the duck.
Okay.
Okay. So you wanted to announce something?
No, I don't have anything on my mind. Don't have anything to announce.
I'm sure you do. You got something to announce.
I don't know, Aaron. You want me to talk about what's happening on the next show?
No, I want you to announce something.
You want me to announce?
I do.
You know, I just can't think of anything that I'm supposed to be announcing now. Do you want to remind me what that is?
OMG. Well, yes, I do.
What's that?
Robyn, you're supposed to be announcing my tutorial.
Oh, you wanted me to announce your tutorial.
But now, I just said it.
So now you announced your tutorial.
I did.
Okay, so it's announced. Let's get to it.
Okay. Using my voice.
Using your voice.
Well, I was going to...
Dot.
Yeah, dot. Absolutely. Okay, so... Tutorial. Oh, look! Look where the camera is.
I know. It's been relocated. It's an interesting phenomenon.
I know.
We're both in the same frame.
Look at us. Do not do this because that is so... What is it? Cheeky? Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Okay.
We just waved to the camera.
We did. Oh my goodness.
Hey, Aaron.
Yes.
You only have about 8 minutes for your tutorial.
You know, that's all I need. It's a mini tutorial.
Oh, a snappy tutorial.
3 goals to achieve during the interview. So, when you're going on the interview, they can ask you lots and lots of questions, and you're going to want to do, to have your own goals. One of which is to get the job. Well, that's fine. However, these are the goals that you should be concerned about that will help you get the job. And what are those goals, you ask? Well, Robyn just walked right up. She would say, what are those goals? But she's not here. So, by the way, I get to talk about her. So, did you know that Robyn was? I'll tell you later. Anyway, number 1, learn more about their business. Now, this comes from my book, Job Seeker No More. All right? The Job Seeker's Complete Guide to Employment Success. Page 98. Learn more about their business. This is the perfect opportunity to learn all you can about the company and the position. Your research should serve as a guide to the type of questions you ask and response you expect. You are trying to determine if this is in fact the right job for you, the right opportunity for you, and possibly the right career for you. So the more you learn about their business, the better you will be. After all, when you say I'm looking for a job, you're giving them the next 20 years of your life. Should it be the correct fit for you as well? So yes, learn more about their business. Number 2, tell them more about what you want to do. It's not just all about them, it's about you as well. So in the conversation, you're asking them about their business, and then you're telling them about your business, what it is that you do, otherwise known as your time to shine. You understand the ultimate goal of the company, and based upon your research, you are confident that you can help this company make money and realize their other goals. Now is the time to share that information with the interviewer. Include your accomplishments, awards, and honors. Include your education and experience. Make sure that you relate all this to the needs of the company. Make sure you let the interviewer understand that you can bring all this to his company with one goal in mind, to help him or her make money. So, learn more about their business, tell them about your business, and then the third one, establish a connection. You know, I didn't say get a job.
Exactly.
Establish a connection. How can your skills and experience be a match for the company's needs? How can the company's policies and products and services be a match for your needs? This is where you begin to search for a connection. If there is no connection, you must move on. You can still be friends. Do not take rejection personally. For whatever reason, the connection was not there between you and the company. Or perhaps it was not there, or perhaps it was there, but not easily recognized. So you move on to the next opportunity. I gotta tell you something. I have made many, many friends when no money passed hands. I didn't get a job, I didn't get a contract, but I made a good friend.
You're building your network.
Building the network. And sometimes that network leads to a job later on, either by his or her hand or by somebody who they know. So when you are going on the interview or talking with people, you say, hey, I want to learn about who you are and what you do. Do you know, I consider this to be like a date. So imagine, Robynne, if you wasn't married to a wonderful, wonderful guy, but you was dating. And here's some guy, and you go on the first date, and all he does is blah, 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 all about me. Blah, 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 all about me. And I'm so wonderful, I'm so good, I'm so great, I'm so wonderful, I'm so fantastic.
So I would no longer be on a date.
No.
Date over.
Because he's only talking about himself. He didn't care about you at all.
That's not cool.
And so just like on an interview, they want you to know that you care about them. So before you talk about you, learn more about their business, ask them about their business, then tell them about your business, and then establish a connection. And that connection can indeed be there or lead to a job. And that is simply my tutorial for today. Hey!
That's a good tutorial, yay! Good job, Aaron.
Thank you, Chanel.
I just am sitting in Chanel's seat. I'm actually still Robynne.
Okay, see? Okay, you confused me because you are sitting in Chanel's. The only person who sits in Chanel's seat is Chanel.
And Robynne, because I'm sitting in the seat.
Okay.
So, can't be an only.
Well, thank you, Robynne.
Absolutely, you're welcome.
I can't wait to have Chanel back next week.
I can't wait to have Chanel back next week, too. And who will be joining Chanel on our next show?
That's a very good question.
I always ask good questions.
And I'm going to allow you to speak on some things while I go check to see who's going to be on our next show.
Fantastic. Well, I'm sure everybody's looking forward to some of our staples on our program. And we've got coming up on our next show another quote. And we have another top 5. And there is always information about who's hiring here on All Things Employment at onetalknetwork.com. We also have, for your listening and viewing pleasure, a tutorial by Aaron Boyce, and the lovely Chanel Sadler will be back with her book review. What else will be happening on our show, Aaron?
We have some fantastic mystery guests.
We have fantastic mystery guests, our favorite kind!
And they will be on next week.
Next week. So ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned, stay posted, and stay with us here at All Things Employment at onetalknetwork.com. Visit us this week on Facebook to get some information about what's going on at Food Bank and Family Services. Also, things that are happening with the City of Sacramento and District 1, and also with Aaron Boyce.
Yes. As your host and Robynne Rose-Haymer.
We will see you and talk to you next week.
Peace.